Hello and welcome, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon in Taurus. Halloween. Happy Halloween to the new moon in Scorpio in November. I am your reader, Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, friend of many of an Aquarian, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my fixed air signs, how are you doing? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Hope you are all well. My pleasure to work for you today. These are the last two of this series. This is the second series I've done recording from my cell phone with the tripod and all that stuff. So look, I'm growing in my technological skill, my aqua lungs, my aquariums. Yay! Yeah. Learning curve. So happy to be here. My subscribers, thank you so much for your love and your support. Growing slowly but steadily, which is better than, you know, paying for bots or whatever that is about. Very, very happy with you all. The crossover from my private Facebook group, Angelo Lyons, Mal for short Facebook group, and my YouTube followers is really cool. Those two circles are blending together. That's why I call my company Drawing the Circle, because I draw different circles of people together in my life, and they meet each other, and it's really kind of cool. That said, if you are new to my channel and you like the reading, please do like, right? Helps the algorithm. Other people can see my work. If you like me, subscribe to the channel, because I'm shooting for 30,000 subscribers, so I can have that membership join button thing. So we can do members only, like live chat, super chat, whatever that is. And I can have all of my extended readings here as member content, as well as on Vimeo.com, where it's pay-per-view. Here you pay once a month and have access to every single one of my extended readings. And the next series that I'm doing starting Monday is the Romantic Soulmate Reads, which will have extended readings, extended videos, but up on Vimeo. So if you care to, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Notifications are now more important than ever on YouTube, apparently. So feel free to do all that, all the YouTube stuff. And please comment. I'll remind you at the end too. Cool. Let's get down to biz for this reading, though. This is a What Do I Need read, a 7-card draw. One card from 7 different systems. We've got 3 healing systems, 2 tarot systems, and tarot decks, if you want to call it that, and 2 oracular or oracle decks to get from my pantheons of the divine what you need on a very specific time frame from this full moon in Taurus on Halloween, October 31st, 2020, to the new moon, a little Peter Brady vibe there, the new moon in Scorpio on the 15th. Now that's at 12:07 a.m. We're going to be live streaming on the Drawing the Circle channel, but the night before, right? I always try and get it on the waxing side of the full, and no, the waxing side of the new moon, and the, does that make sense? Yeah, waxing side of new, you know what I mean? I try and nail it as close astrologically as possible as I can, but all of that you'll see as it comes. Check out my website. It's all on the calendar, or soon will be. Also doing Facebook group, messenger room classes in Mal's workshop and other private groups. So if you're interested, all that stuff is in the description box, how to find me and all of that. So this is a real waning period that we're going through right now, right? What is it that you need to let go of? Wane, forgive, alchemize from lead to gold, and all that jazz. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Stay in the present moment. Focus on your breath. Focus, fixed, breath, air. Aquarius, right? And feel how it resonates in your body, not just what's going on in your mind, whether you agree or disagree. What does your energy field and your physiology say? Cool. I guess that's about it. Focus on your breath. I will do the same. Let's get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can for my beloved Aquarians. Breathe. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. So let's do this, please. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please. I need one card in clarity. A Caroline Mace archetype card. What is the dominant archetype that they are dealing with within themselves, within another person, within a situation? For this full moon in Taurus to new moon next in Scorpio, October November 2020. Please, alchemizing the lead to gold, the healthy, the toxic to the healthy, the shadow to the light. What is the dominant soul power? The dominant archetype they are dealing with this full moon to new moon next. The beggar archetype. Now, don't freak. This might not be you, although the beggar archetype, we've all had to beg for shit, right? You know, but it's not always about money, right? People beg for attention. The shadow is what you think it would be, but or maybe not, but the light is incredibly powerful. This is scriptural. There have always been beggars on planet Earth. I mean, go read the Old Testament. Like, how far back do you want to go, right? You want to go back before that, you can always find beggars. The shadow attribute, and feel if this is you, or if this is somebody you're dealing with, or maybe there's a situation that's sort of acting this way energetically. The shadow attribute, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Now, look, we all need to depend. Everybody needs somebody to lean on, right? Every now and again. It's fine. We're all in this together. And look at the time we're in, right? So much economic strife, and you know what I'm talking about. So it's the exclusion to effort thing. It's one thing if you're incapacitated. That is not this. This is somebody could take action, make some effort, but they're not. And that's frustrating. I've dealt with a lot of people like that in my career. The light attribute, though, catch this, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival. And that's what makes it almost a mystical thing, right? Like, all right, I'm going to confront my ability, my power to survive in this world in tandem perhaps with my faith, following my intuition, being guided somewhere. Awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem within you. Now, authority is such a fascinating word because the authority systems in the outside world are changing. But look at the word authorship. Right? The authorship, to look at it as that I have been written this way by the divine, right? Before my soul incarnated into this body, this script was written. So this is about humility, which is knowing that you don't know, but you're willing to be shown. Compassion, which is perhaps a twin to empathy in some ways, really holding a vision for somebody or yourself that they cannot or you cannot always hold, right? And self-esteem. And self-esteem is a verb, not a noun, right? This is the law. I'm actually doing a discussion, a class on YouTube, intuition and self-esteem, because they're two sides of the same coin in a lot of ways. Fascinating. Let's keep going. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. What do you need to be aware of inside of yourself? The voices of the divine feminine, the goddesses, as I call it. Shall we? Breathe. My beautiful gray-eyed goddess, Athena, or any other of half of the universal energy, the divine yin, the divine feminine, please, one card in clarity for this Aquarius collective. Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign for this full moon in Taurus to new moon next in Scorpio. What do they need to be aware of inside of themselves? Even if they are aware of what's going on in the personal world, heart, throat, third eye, crown, right? The psychological world, maybe something they need to more focus, right? Focused air, fixed air, focus upon within themselves. So what do they need? With that beggar archetype going on, this is going to help clarify who this is, I feel. What do they need to know inside of them? Chokmah, the 8 of Blades, different than the traditional you're used to seeing, you know, bound and blindfolded to 8 swords. This is, I believe, an Israeli goddess of the desert winds, hence the element of air and all of those spinning sickles, scythes, around her. The card is called Decision, which does relate to the 9 of Swords in traditional tarot, particularly Rider-Waite, when we have this life-changing decision to make. Now, to be clear, the card of the Lovers is real big life-changing decision. This is minor arcana. So it's sort of, getting caught up in the mind, trying to figure it out intellectually alone. And inside of you, this might not be something you're talking about. It might be something that's upsetting you. So you can probably feel the import of it, but is it life-changing, or is it just something that once you make the decision, like an incision, it's going to make it harder to go back, right? So there might be some loss involved in this. This is a waning moon read, right? So letting go, that kind of stuff, cutting stuff away. Let's see what's on the outside, because there's so much emotional vibe on that, but none of it feels traumatic, right? None of it feels like a tower card, right? Breathe. My gods, please, the divine masculine half of the universe, the divine yang, Heracles, who shares the throne of Aquarius with Athena. Please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, this full moon in Taurus, the new moon next in Scorpio. We got the beggar, we've got the 8 of blades, Chokhmah, decisions. What's going on the outside that they need to be aware of, right? We've got their internal world, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. What's going on in their external world? Root, sacrum, hey, and solar and solar plexus, this full moon to new moon next. Well, the Page of Wands, right? So there is, the pages are messengers to me. Yes, can be associated with the 3 sun signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, certainly. But regardless, it is a message that's coming in, and one that might be, in some ways, inspirational. So if you're having trouble making this decision mentally, that might be some element of fire, right? Whoops, upside down. I don't do reverses on YouTube. Just too much right now. My gods know that. So it is a message coming in hot and heavy, but can be one that's inspirational, something that gives you more clarity on your intention of what you want, what you really, really want. I mean, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. It's the zigga zig ah, you know, so maybe you're getting a little zigga zig ah coming in there. But with that beggar, it does feel like maybe not an opportunity, but something like, ooh, like a message. And that could come through your own intuitive system, your own spirit of inspiration, the divine, and all of that. That's why we're going to keep going. We're going to use Chuck Spezzano, Love Pack, 4 suits here. Problem, luck, healing, and grace. What is it of those 4? Which one do you really need to be aware of? What's going on over there, kitties? What do you need to be aware of in this lunar schemata? Breathe. Yeah, my Ascended Masters. This would be our second of the 3 healing systems. Please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective. Sun, moon, rising, Venus signs from this full moon in Taurus to new moon next in Scorpio. Please, what is it they need to know? I got the beggar archetype, light and shadow, internal decisions going on. I feel a little bit of not being hung up emotionally, but being bound, stalemate of thought, at least a lot going on there. But with that Page of Wands coming in, what is it that they need to be aware of this full moon to new moon next? The problem card of revenge, and this card cracks me up. Look, she's gonna drop a boulder on them. What did he do to her, right? It doesn't matter. Revenge takes many forms. Now, this might not be you taking revenge, right? Particularly if you're dealing with someone who is unwilling to make effort in some situation, right? Some sort of dependence there, where if this decision, like let's say you get this inspiration or this piece of information that comes in that inflames you, right? And the decision is, that's it, I'm cutting this person off. Well, know that there is going to be revenge there. Now, revenge, like I said, takes different forms. Sometimes people abuse themselves to take revenge on others, right? Look what you did to me, right? Oh, that plays itself out every day. Like that's that passive aggressive revenge, right? I'm just going to waste away to nothing because you cut me off. Meanwhile, if it's really in that shadow there. But I could also see simultaneously that making you confront empowerment at the level of physical survival, somebody else's, right? Saying to them, I will help empower you, but you have to put in effort. It's got to be an equal give and take or I'm not doing it, right? And that is going to awaken within you the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. See how the archetypes work? That's what's called, well, it's a triple mirror when it's you, another person, and the situation all in the same archetypal bubble, if you will. It's fascinating. So revenge, I mean, unless this is the vibe you're dealing with, and maybe they've done something and your revenge is what's fueling cutting them out. I mean, it is waning moon. It just is. Right? And Sun's in Scorpio. This makes sense. Oh, did I forget one of my decks? Yes, I did. I forgot 2 of my decks. Oh, how unchecklisty of me for a Virgo. Sorry. There were 2 of them that are on the table. That's okay. But the next one I need is already here. Healing with the Angels Oracle. What is the healing angel that you need to call upon with all of this? Because that would be helpful. It's like an angel already on the case, right? Assigned to this situation, this life, past life, whatever, all of it, that you need to call upon. And it's the Healing with the Angels Oracle. So they're not named by their names, although there's an Archangel Michael card in here. It's by function. All right, the angel of this, the angel of that. Breathe. My angels of air, my angels of Aquarius, my Raphaelites, please, I need one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. This full moon in Taurus to new moon next in Scorpio. What does the angel may need to call upon dealing with this beggar archetype in whatever way, shape, or form it's manifesting with that 8 of blades inside of themselves? So that's what I mean. It feels like there's even some mental exhaustion here, just like, oh, I still have to fucking do this, right? That sort of mental looping, perhaps. But with the Page of Wands coming in, that feels like it's going to change the deal, or at least add another aspect of this decision-making process, probably about what somebody really wants, something that maybe is inspiring them. With that card of revenge, right? Whoever is playing that out, maybe everybody involved is dealing with revenge here in some way. So what would be the perfect healing angel, the angel assigned to them that they need to call upon? Did you see the eye roll there? The Virgo Sun eye roll. The card of enchantment. Things are not as they appear to be. Now I have to say there is a shadow and a light to that. The shadow of it is sneaky shit's going on. Like, and even enchantment in terms of magic. An enchantment, how I see it, is a magical object disguised and hidden in plain sight, like a rock in your driveway, right, for protection. It's there, but it's not what it appears to be. But then, of course, there is the enchantment of someone pulling wool over someone's eyes. Quite like deception, what you see is not what you get. But the other is that the divine is at work. Maybe the angels are at work here. What would the angel of enchantment do? Work behind the scenes, right? Break chains of illusion and set all things to right, reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light, right? So it could be breaking some enchantments here, but I don't get a horrible feeling about this, just so much as that this is all, it's all a divine setup. Everything is, down to how many scoops of sugar you put in your coffee, all written in the divine plan, all pre-recorded. We are watching that which has already gone by, A Course in Miracles. So to call upon this angel of enchantment, it might be so that you can see what's really there, but it's that thing of seeing clearly as well. Like it's a unicorn. Oh, here's a Terry Pratchettism. See first sight, forget second sight, see what's there, what's actually there. Oh, it's a unicorn, it's beautiful, it's so magical. It's a couple of tons of raw muscle with a deadly weapon on its head that can only be tamed by a virgin. And where the fuck are you gonna find one? Oh man, so what would that angel do, right? Maybe even do some things behind the scenes, or show you how to do some things behind the scenes spiritually, right? It's an angel. Send healing, right? Covert healing prayer. You can always send love, right? Let's ask the higher selves, because I feel like they've been in a way such clarifiers for this this series. Like they've come in and said, this is what it is. Breathe. The higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above. Please, I need one card in clarity here for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, this full moon in Taurus to new moon next in Scorpio. What is the piece of inspiration, information, or insight that they need dealing with this beggar archetype, however it manifests, with the 8 of blades? Big decision going on the inner, but mentally, with that Page of Wands coming in, adding the fire of desire and will, and perhaps something that brings on the energy of revenge, maybe bringing that to light with this enchantment card here, with hopefully the divine, always the divine, providing what they'll need. What is it they need from you? The Whisper of Love from the Whisper of Love Oracles, the higher selves of all involved, this full moon to new moon next. Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Oh my God, right? So this is about really you getting into this light attribute, right? That authority, right? Think of the authority that you can stand in, right? Awakens the authority the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And you can say, look, I would love to help you, but I am valuing myself here, and in all humility, I would love to help you, but this is the boundary that I need, and I need to cut a line in the sand for a while, maybe not forever, but maybe, not easy. And of course, why wouldn't that spark revenge from somebody who is dependent upon you, right? Particularly if there are, let's just say, certain chemicals involved. Breathe. Yes, I'm sorry, I had the cards improperly placed. How dare I? Breathe. The Ascended Masters, there you are, please. Oh, all right, I feel that. They see you shift from Pantheon to Pantheon, you get a whole different energy field. My Ascended Masters, please, a healing mantra from the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. One healing mantra. What is the perfect healing mantra they need for this, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, from this full moon in Taurus to new moon next in Scorpio, dealing with this beggar archetype, which is not easy, but it is ancient, with that Eight of Blades inside, not indecision, but really contemplating all. I mean, it feels a little overwhelming, if that's a word. Esque. Page of Wands, a message coming in, feels like it's a game changer, and that it triggers some kind of revenge, or maybe it's a message of revenge, makes you really think all this about. But remember that passive aggressive revenge. Look what you made me do to myself. Sorry, I'm the youngest. Oh, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? So my Ascended Masters, with that Angel of Enchantment and focus on love, please, what is the perfect healing mantra for them in this situation? Full moon to new moon next October, November 2020. Creating cooperation. Jesus H. This is so right on. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. It looks like there might be some negotiation here about balancing this out. I swear. I mean, these readings this time, I mean, and I've been doing this since I'm 12 years old, 15, blah, 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 blah. Just astounds me in general readings how this series, they've all been perfect puzzle pieces fitting together. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play, which I have to admit is truth, right? When cooperation is created, the unity of all is access to accomplish more in one moment than any one person can do alone. Many hands make light work. Hooray! Like if I was a superhero. Well, no, I'm not. Oh, dude, could we have a superhero named Reiki? DC Comics, get on it, right? And that would be their battle cry. Hooray! Sorry, I digress. As a creator of cooperation, you are giving others the right to contribute, which only broadens the effect of collective expression. Once cooperation is created, all facades of competition melt away. I hear you. Allowing each individual to feel a renewed depth of self-worth by serving a vision greater than any degree of individual gain. And I think that's what this is about. I think that's what this enchantment is about. That call upon the right to enchant them, not manipulatively so, but with the vision of what's possible, right? A greater good going on here that they can play that they're probably supposed to play an intricate role in. This mantra is ideal for enhancing teamwork, transforming family dynamics, and increasing inner peace. I mean, come on, guys, it's all here. You're dealing with a beggar archetype and the shadow dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. The light attribute confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And I feel like this is you, this is dealing with somebody else, and it's all in the same schemata there. With the Eight of Pentacles, I get it, you're a fixed air sign. This is like a fixed air card. It's saying that sort of, it's not indecision as much as it is taking in all of the different incisive, decisive options you have on the table, either because of or this comes in and what is that called? Upsets the apple cart, right? Knocks over the apple cart, where all of a sudden this message comes in and there's another blade to juggle here, which would bring you to the 9. Got another one, then you're at the 10 and, you know, resolution. But then again, there's a problem here about revenge, whether it's yours, right? Let's do it this way, whether it's yours, whether it's theirs, however that plays itself out, be careful. It is a problem, which means it has a solution. And that solution is on the table here. The angels are saying there's an enchanted thing here. There's a way for you to get through, but you got to focus on love. Focus on the positive attributes of everybody in your life, but start with yourself. Get your motivational momentum going, right? And then focus on them, but silently. And that's what they were saying about this mantra, more gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. It's just do it silently for a week. You know, take the time. Perfect thing for a full to new moon, a waning thing, to just keep, everybody has a role. It's like releasing the stress, right? Releasing the conflict, perhaps cooling down some of that revenge vibe here. Because, you know, when you think of the beggar, doesn't the Rider-Waite 5 of Pentacles come to mind? Maybe someone's really hurting here as well, although I feel like that could be both sides too. So there you have it, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Let me give you the blessing. May, breathe, may the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon to new moon next October, November 2020, that they may create cooperation, because more gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play, to help them really clarify this internal decision-making process and perhaps overwhelm that they are in, particularly dealing with a revenge issue here. May that be resolved by focusing on love, because there is something enchanted going on here. May they experience that enchantment with this message coming in to help alchemize the beggar archetype within themselves, if it's there, within another, if it's there, within the situation they find themselves in, for their well-being, for the well-being of all concerned, and really for the well-being of all humanity, for all those who are in need. So would it be, and so it is. There you have it, my darlings. Please like, subscribe. Like if you liked this, like the video. If you like me, subscribe to the channel as well. Comment. Let me know who you're dealing with here with this beggar situation, because we, you know, there's that thing about choosers. Well, you do have choice. You have decisions to make, so you got that going for you. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new moon next October into November 2020. Hell, farewell.